Testing, 1, 2, 3. Test. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool, all that works. Alright, let's get into it. We're doing the Halloween route today, or, even though Halloween is the same, no matter what path you do. The first time I did Halloween under Sayori's path kinda sucked, because, that was, like, before I figured out how to stream properly, and the image was, like, super zoomed in, and my mic sucked. So, because I was using my computer's default mic instead of my headphone mics, and it was kind of annoying. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it with Yuri's path now, because why not? Pretty good path so far, honestly. I'm enjoying it. My opinion's it's more fleshed out than Sayori's, but that's argue. But I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, no, let's load the game and get into it. Only problem is I'm gonna have to start overriding save files. I've like, well, actually, I actually have a lot of open save files still. But I'm starting to get to that point now, so yeah. Hey, the old Halloween one. So yeah, now it'll be fun. Okay, one genuine criticism that I have about this mod is that you can't see any of these words. So when it's night out, like they couldn't like change the color or something, but whatever. You gotta stay hydrated. I got the water. That refreshing crispness in the air. The vibrant flurry of reds and oranges and yellows gently swirling down from the treetops. It's definitely autumn. And with autumn comes Halloween. While I'm not into horror as much as someone like Yuri, I've always enjoyed Halloween. It gives a good excuse to indulge in all things horror, not to mention prank friends and enemies. Man, Sayori and I used to go all out on each other when it came to Halloween pranks. Speaking of, she's late, as usual. Sayori, there you are. Hurry up or I'll miss out on all the fun. I'm going as fast as I can. I took a little nap after school, so I was putting on my costume. A little nap, huh? Something tells me this nap was more than just a cat nap. Well, you still look pretty nice, at least. A cowgirl, huh? Liking the Halloween twist on it. Has a really cool vibe to it. Hee hee. You look great as well, Seaman. I haven't seen you in a costume for ages. It's really bringing back memories. Aw, thanks. Yeah, can you believe that I actually put effort into this? I laughed to myself. There I was, thinking I'd outgrown Halloween. Yet here I am. You know, it's funny, in this route, you don't actually know that they're gonna break into the school. Because I'm sick when they discuss all that. Huh. Well, you have to. It's Halloween, after all. I just wonder what the others are gonna look like. Her question lingers in my head as we make our way to school. Along the way, I spot a couple of other people, also dressed up. One guy doesn't look too out of the ordinary. Brown fedora, red and green sweater. It's his glove that's the giveaway. It sports a row of blades. Upon closer inspection, his face looks charred and burnt, Impressive makeup, to say the least. Sayori flinches as she passes him. I don't like the look of that guy. I bet he'll give me nightmares. Whether that was an intentional pun or not is up for debate. Ooh, look at them, Seaman. You know what, low-key, I'm gonna do Halloween a different day, not gonna lie. I don't feel like doing this. Because all of Halloween is skipped, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key gonna skip Halloween. I feel like doing this. Maybe I can't. God damn, Halloween is long. Yeah, I'll stream Halloween a different day. I don't know, I just don't feel like doing it. It's just the fact that genuinely, I just don't feel like doing it. Man, it's late in the morning. It's chill though, it's chill. I have the save file, so we're chilling. Man, it's late in the morning. I'm glad there's no school today. It feels weird sleeping in this late from doing something besides playing games. I was up until at least 1 in the morning just reading. It isn't incredibly often, but I've found myself reading more lately. Yeah, it's Yuri for you. It started when I found that I was getting tired of playing the same games over and over. The monotony of just logging in, playing, winning simple, losing more, just felt so unsatisfying. While there were some people who I'd play with every once in a while, we hardly talked about anything except the games. The session would usually end with someone getting irritated and leaving anyway. With books, on the other hand, I can open and close them, even at school, and pick up where I left off. Plus, I don't even have to rely on Wi-Fi to read books. Even up until just recently, when I read for classes, it felt really forced. I still feel that way when I have to read something dry and boring like a textbook. But it's different when I get to pick something to read that's genuinely interesting. I wonder if I would feel the same way about games if I were forced to play them for class. While I want to dismiss the idea of disliking games altogether, I feel like I'd get tired of anything real quick if it were forced on me. A stomach growl interrupts my morning ruminations. Blah. Looks like it's time to go out to grab some breakfast. My morning routine finished, I settled down at my desk. I should probably do some homework. Ugh. What the? English is one seriously weird language. How do kids learn how to speak it in the West? You know what? I think it's time for a break. Most of my homework is done, anyway, so it seems like a good time to take a walk. Man, the gray clouds are really looming today. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Although, where am I going? I don't really have a destination in particular. I guess I'll just walk around for now and see what catches my eye. I end up wandering near a shopping center. Wait a minute, it looks like there's a bookstore here as well. Maybe I can ask Yuri to check it out with me sometime. But in the meantime, a sweet smell catches my attention. It smells like freshly baked pastries. I wouldn't mind grabbing something sweet right about now. It seems like a quaint little bakery is the culprit of the fragrance permeating in the air. And are those Sayori and Natsuki sitting outside? All the more reason to take a look at the bakery. Hey guys, fancy meeting you here. Huh? Hey, she has a different jacket now, look at that. I don't remember her wearing that before. Screenshot the jacket. Huh? Oh, hi, Seaman. The two of them are seated at a small corner table. Natsuki's holding a couple of cream puffs to herself, rather possessively, while Sayori's munching on 3 giant cookies. This seems like a pretty nice place. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. They have some really great sweets, like their vanilla cake. And the giant chocolate chip cookies are super yummy. Sayori practically unhinges her jaw to take another bite of a cookie. I'm surprised to see you out of the house. What brings you here? Stalking girls in your free time? Nah, the scent of sweets called my name. Plus I needed to take a break from my homework. There's only so many equations that I can look at before my head starts spinning. Not to mention, English as a language is a nightmare to learn. I seriously don't get why we have to learn stuff like Algebra 2 and Calculus. Unless we're doing something really math-related for our jobs, I doubt we'll ever use this stuff. Well, at least English is pretty useful. I mean, I guess. Hey, why don't you grab something to eat already? Sounds like a plan. I glance up at the menu as I make my way to the counter. Looks like this place has a variety of teas as well, including oolong tea. Nah, but I was noticing the tea now that it looks Yuri. But I didn't give 2 craps about tea in the other route. I should really learn about other types of tea, too. Oolong is the only one I know Yuri drinks. Green tea's pretty good. Jasmine is pretty good. Yeah, those are the only teas I know about, not gonna lie. I should really learn about it, yeah. Nevertheless, I'm sure Yuri would like this place. On top of teas, they have cakes, donuts, croissants, bagels, pastries, ranging from sweet to sour, and pretty much everything bread-related. Guess I'll just have a chocolate cake and orange-infused black tea. That stuff is good, though. I've had... What was it? It was like orange-infused black tea. I had like a cinnamon black tea once. That was pretty good. There's a lot of teas out there. They have some chocolate brownies that look pretty good as well. But with my exercise habits, they're probably way too rich for me. Nah, I gotta exercise more though. I set my tray down with a clatter once I get back to our table. So, what you get? Out with the chocolate cake and black tea. Now Yuri's oolong tea then. Yeah, to be honest, I think it's still a little too bitter for me. I remember oolong being kind of bitter. I've only had it a couple times though. All tea is bitter, but it's only good after you add tons of sugar in. Sugar in. Nah, I disagree with that. It's definitely an acquired taste. On another note, this cake looks really good though. The chocolate cake is thick and dense, with 3 layers of different kinds of chocolate in between the cake. Just looking at this gives me a sugar high. And I call the brownies rich. Ha 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 ha. On the other hand, the tea is rather bittersweet, with a hint of orange cutting through the bitterness of the tea. That's why I need the orange. The orange really helps with that. Because I've had that before and it really does. As I pick up my fork, I notice Sayori eyeing the cake. Nah, she was just having a cookie, man. To be fair, it is a rather large slice. I take a chunk out of it with my fork, trying to balance all the layers on it. Taking a bite, the sweetness is not as overwhelming as I thought it would be. Instead, it feels like it's incredibly thick, the dark chocolate enveloping my tongue, and the fudge melting in my mouth. Ooh, I'll tell you no, it's good cake, though. The girls look at me as I grin like an idiot. You're making such a funny face, Seaman. Yeah, real funny looking. Hey, this is some good cake, Natsuki. Sayori keeps on staring at the cake. Hey, Sayori, do you want a bite? Of course. She takes her fork and takes a chunk out of a part I didn't touch. You want some too, Natsuki? Are you sure? Come on, you want me to get fat trying to eat all of it myself? Pfft. You're already out of shape as it is. No need to have you packing on the extra pounds. She takes a chunk of the cake and eats it. If you eat some more, maybe you'll get as big and strong as me someday. She's stuck between wanting to insult me and taking her time to chew so she doesn't choke. This feels pretty satisfying to watch. Yeah, it probably does, honestly. Sayori, on the other hand, has been awfully quiet. Sayori? Looks like Sayori took another chunk of my cake while I was focusing on Natsuki. Her mouth is filled with cake. They're so cheeky sometimes. I'm trying to prep for the winter now. Man, my throat. I'm trying to prep for the winter now. I don't appreciate you calling me fat. That's funny. Sayori, chew your food with your mouth closed like a normal person. A moment passes and Sayori finishes the mouthful of cake. I don't like it when you call me fat. Sayori, you literally have 3 giant cookies in front of you, and I let you have a chunk of my cake already. Scratch that. 2. She really knows how to put food away. Yeah, she looks all mad now. It's funny. At this rate, you might as well sign up for the sumo club while you're at it. They have a sumo club? I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I think they're called stables. I mean, they probably have a club too, but I think in Japan, like the serious people, they go to stables. Sumo stables, I think. And if they don't, you could be its captain. But then I'd have to leave the literature club. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Besides, who would want to watch a bunch of dudes in skimpy belts push each other around inside of a ring? A lot of people apparently. Sound super gross and sweaty. That's a respectable sport. I'm pretty sure you have to have a fair amount of muscle to do it as well. Or at least from what I've seen on TV, it seems a lot more than fat people having a shoving contest. Plus, you need to have good balance if you don't want to fall down and lose. Maybe you should write a sumo-inspired poem if you like it so much. 2 men in a ring. A battle of wills and pride. Guts overrides fear. Nah, bro's actually learning poetry. That's crazy. I give a mock bow. That's better than what I expected from you. Far from being as good as one of my poems, though. But Natsuki's poems are okay. They're alright. Did you make up that haiku on the spot? Nope, I heard it on a show. Yep, totally. That's totally something I would do. That's something I have done. Okay, not that exact situation, but I have done that. I've done something similar to that. Definitely a Seaman original. The way that Suki shoots me a glare doesn't reassure me that they're convinced. Anyway, that cake was pretty good. Or the parts I had were good. Hee hee. Hey, I should get going soon. Got exams to study for? You could say that, yeah. She looks off to the side, obviously not thrilled with going home to study. Looks like I should get going too. Sayori, you want to walk back with me? Sure, that sounds fun. I quickly wolf down the rest of my food as the others begin packing up. Since I'm here, I might as well grab something to take home too. Bro, give something to Yuri, man. Hold up one sec, I'm gonna grab something to take home. Okay. Guess I'll see y'all later then. See you in the club, Natsuki. We wave goodbye to each other as I head back to the counter and buy 2 more slices of chocolate cake to go. Alright, let's go, Sayori. Alrighty. I haven't talked to Sayori as much as I'd like to lately, and this is a good excuse to do so. Especially since exams are coming up and are going to eat up a lot of my time. So, you think you'll be alright with everything? You'll do alright with everything? With what? For a moment, it almost looks like Sayori's a little shaken, but she quickly dispels that with a smile. You know, with exams and all that. Oh yeah, I think I'll be fine. Monika's been helping me here and there too, so you've got nothing to worry about. That's good. Just make sure to take care of yourself. No point in cramming if you end up sleeping in and missing all your exams. Yeah. Sayori kicks a rock on the sidewalk a few feet in front of her. It clatters away, bouncing into the asphalt road. Is something up? Oh, I'm just a bit tired since I ate a lot. That makes sense. Considering how many cookies and pieces of cake you had, it's no wonder you're exhausted. Just make sure to eat something good every once in a while, okay? Says the guy carrying 2 slices of chocolate cake. Got a point there. Okay, you got me there. Well, how about this? I hand Sayori a bag holding one of the slices of cake. Eh? Now we can be fat together. Plus, I wanted to thank you for taking care of me when I was sick before Halloween. Together? That'd be really nice, Seaman. Thanks for the cake. Maybe I should try playing a sport like Monika, otherwise everything's probably going to catch up to me sooner or later. I'd like to see Monika beat you in tennis. Beat you up in tennis, hee. We arrive in front of Sayori's house. Considering how she's looking so glum, she must be having a stomachache. She's not having a stomachache, bro. I mean, she might be, but that's not it. Oh well, she'll be fine once everything gets digested. I'll catch you later, Sayori. See ya. I sigh as I head back into my house. Welp, back to the grind. Oh crap! You can skip that by pressing space? That never even occurred to me until now. My fingers slipped. I've literally didn't know you could do that. Wow, learned something new today. Well, and with so many Reich marks flowing around, the hyperinflation became a real issue. Ah, the interwar years. Money was more or less useless. Yeah, the kids played with the money because they couldn't buy anything. Like Monopoly money? Aha, I suppose that's one way to see it. We'll call it there for now, guys. And that marks the end of another lesson. On to more important news. Yay, it's time for lunch. I quickly check my bag. God damn it, of course I forgot my lunch. With a sigh, I start making my way to the vending machine in the hallway. A soft tap on my shoulder caused me to spin around. Hi, Seaman. Yo, Sayori. Wanna come sit with us? She motions back to Monika and Yuri standing to the side. They're all carrying their own lunchboxes. From my stomach's grumbles, I'm pretty sure I'm jealous of them. Maybe a good conversation with them can help distract from my hunger? Yeah, no, from my experience, it does not. Sure, sounds good to me. Ooh, the roof. A few minutes later, we find ourselves on the roof. Wish I could have went on the roof of my high school. I'd have been sick. I don't know what makes the roof such an attractive lunch spot. Maybe it's the refreshing breeze. Oh, you can see the sky pretty well, and I don't know. Either way, I'm pretty glad no one started locking the rooftop door yet. Oh, that's strange. Where's Natsuki? She texted me to say she wasn't feeling very well, so she didn't come in. I think so. I think she has like a really rough home life, but I don't know for sure. I had a friend who played her route and mentioned that, but I don't know. One of the reasons I did Yuri's route specifically is because none of us had done her route. Well, and I want to see what it was like. Oh, he's... Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't actually think anybody was watching this, so I didn't check my chat. Oh, that's my bad. Man, you've been watching for a while. Wow, since the bakery, whoops. Bro's making fun of her for being depressed. I'm not making fun of her for being depressed. Okay, that's my bad. I genuinely didn't think Bro would be watching at 2:42 in the morning. Okay, whatever. Anyway, how are you holding up with exams coming up? Well, I'm not thrilled with the whole idea of exams. I think I'll do well enough on them. What about you guys? Haha, with any luck, I'll do well. Cram school sure helps keep me on track. Monica, you don't even need any luck. You're probably going to be first in our year as usual. And the probability that your grades are purely based on luck is infinitesimally small. Infinitesimally small. Haha, thanks for the support, guys. How are you doing with your studying, Yuri? You know how it goes. Studying isn't the most absorbing activity in the world, but we do study. But we do what we must. Yuri, I'm surprised that you actually dislike reading something. Well, just because I don't complain, it doesn't mean that I like it. There are plenty of books I dislike for one reason or another. Nah, that's funny though. Yeah, I was about to go to bed. I'm gonna do a shorter stream tonight personally because I am kind of tired. So gotta start going to bed somewhat earlier too, which is lame as crap. But I mean, I can't keep going to bed at 5 a.m. dude, that's bad. There are plenty of books that I dislike for one reason or another. Like what? Just books that are poorly written, or that have clumsy, thought-out themes. Huh, it's kind of weird knowing that Yuri actively dislikes something, other than manga that is. Anyway, what about you, Sayori? How are you doing in your exam preparations? Sayori looks away, her half smile not exactly emanating confidence. I think I'll do fine. Some of my classes are pretty easy for me, like Japanese. Let me guess, you're not so excited with the STEM subjects? Yeah. I'll be fine though. I just gotta study some more and I should be okay. Super early morning stream. No, that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing, man. I'm gonna do the like 7 a.m. streams, like before my internship starts in the morning, man, or something. 6 a.m. stream is crazy. 6 a.m. stream. Bruh. 6 a.m. stream for 2 hours, go to work. This is insane. But it's gonna have to happen. I'm not gonna be able to play through this mod in the 3 days before my internship starts. So like, this mod has a lot of content to it, by the way. I mean, I did not expect it to be this in depth. I still wish they had a moniker out though. That would have been sick. I would have been spending like half the summer doing this. I just gotta study some more and it should be okay. Well, that's good. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch Yuri staring at me. Not one to back down, though. I turned to stare back at her. No, that's the right move. You always stare at someone staring at you. That's the strat. Never fails. What's up, Yuri? Ah. She quickly looks down, her face reddened. Well, you'll keep your 2-hour stream streak. I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna do a shorter stream tonight, man. I might just only do an hour. Not gonna lie. Because I started at 2:15. I don't feel like going until 4:15, not gonna lie. But, yeah, I gotta keep my stream streak going on. I got a pretty good streak going on. Whatever, okay. She quickly looks down. Her face reddened. Nothing. I noticed that you didn't bring your lunch. Oh, hi, that's because I don't have one today. Eh? Did you forget your lunch again? Hey, what do you mean by forget? It's not like my mom packs my lunches anymore. Why didn't you buy anything then? Lines would have probably been too long. Guess you're starving today then. Yep, guess so. I sigh. They've all unpacked their own lunches already. The food all looks more tantalizing given that I have nothing in front of me. As expected, Yuri's brought a homemade bento, while Sayori has 2 rice balls. Wow, man, my palate is really diverse because I've had both of those things. Wow. I actually can't believe I've had both of those. Okay, bento's good though. Meanwhile, Monica packed what looks like a club sandwich. Man, this is torture. Hey, see, man? The girls look at each other, bemused. That's funny. You go first, Yuri. Alright. See, man, would you like a bite of my lunch? I'm not very hungry anyway. Are you sure? I've gone without lunch before, you know. I say that, but I'm still hoping she shares her lunch with me. That braised pork belly in her bento looks delectable. Ooh, pork belly. Stuff's good. Yes, I'm sure. Here. She picks up a bite of food using her chopsticks and offers it up to me. Are you gonna feed me? A startled look flashes over Yuri's face. Did she really not realize what she was doing? Hey, she's only she's repaying the favor from Act 1, man. She's repaying the favor from the chocolates. Hey, it's too late, you can't take it back now. I chomped down on the mouthful of food that Yuri's holding. The taste... Bro got lucky I made those rice balls. Those are good. Those rice balls are good though, man. I chomped down on the mouthful of food that Yuri's holding. The taste of tenderly cooked meat and lightly aromatic rice flood my mouth. Suffice to say, it's good. Looking back up at Yuri, her expression... Crazy callback. Her expression nearly makes me spew out the food in laughter. She looks cross between mortified and happy, her face flaming. That's funny. She looks all flustered. This is super tasty, Yuri. Thanks for the food. You're welcome. But next time you can use the chopsticks yourself. Haha, fair enough. By the way, weren't you gonna say something, Sayori? That's nothing. She looks down and fidgets with the rice ball in her hands. Nah, she wanted to offer him lunch. Really? Come on, you can tell us what's up. I forgot. Anyway, what you thinking about, Monica? So she forgot, huh? Normally I wouldn't let it go so easily, but since Yuri and Monica are here... Huh, sorry, kinda zoned out back there. What'd I miss? Nah, zoning out is crazy though. Yuri shared some of her lunch with me. And he said that it was good. Surprisingly, Yuri looks quite pleased with herself now. Oh, and she fed it to me. But please don't. What the heck? Yeah, that's nothing, okay. But please don't talk about that. It's so embarrassing. Haha, looks like Yuri's really coming out of her shell, huh? Yuri covers her face with her hands, flustered beyond belief. Come on, guys, let's give Yuri a break. Why don't you join in with the teasing, Sayuri? Ah, because I'm a nice person. Ah, you got us there. Plus, you never answered my question. Right. Monica sighs and picks at her fingernail. Well, I've been trying to decide on what I'm going to be doing in the next few years. It isn't too long until we all end up graduating, so I've been trying to figure everything out. Already planning on going to college, though? Yeah, I am. Despite her words, the tone of her voice sounds uncertain. That's what I'm planning on doing as well. I've always thought I was suited for academia. That definitely sounds like you, Yuri. So what about you, Seaman? Do you have any post-graduation plans yet? To be honest, I haven't really given it much thought. No, I can't say I have a solid idea of what I'll do at the moment. Fair enough, we're only second years after all. Maybe I'll check into something to do with literature, haha. Good answer. Monica smiles playfully as she says that. If you ever need any more literature recommendations, you can always come to me. I'd be more than happy to help prepare you for a future degree in literature. Haha, sounds good to me. So what about you, Sayuri? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe a teacher. That's a respectable profession, inspiring the next generation. I don't know. If I had to guess, Sayuri's banking on getting long vacations. Well, I wouldn't exactly complain about the long breaks or anything. Yeah, but you'll get paid during those long breaks. At least not in America. I don't know about Japan. She glances around and giggles a bit. Maybe I could teach classes on writing poetry. I could definitely see you as a teacher surrounded by a crowd of adorable kids. Seaman would make a nice teacher as well, in my opinion. Huh, I hadn't thought of teaching as a career before. Really? How so? As a teacher in middle school or high school, I mean. You're really kind and good at listening, so I believe that you'd be good at providing support for students. Aw, thanks, Yuri. Of course, it's just my opinion, but I wanted to tell it to you. She shyly twirls a strand of hair between her fingers as I smile at her. While I take another bite of Yuri's lunch, the girls keep on chatting amongst themselves. Monica's right. There isn't a whole lot of time to go out into the real before we go out into the real world. We don't have forever. We don't have forever and ever to stay like this. Provided, I don't think that I'd like to stay a high schooler forever. It's a very unique time in life, honestly, high school. It's not something you should do forever, but it's definitely something you should experience and enjoy. However, that also means that I'll have a lot more responsibilities to take care of. There's also the fact that it'll be tough to stay close with everyone once we all split off to find our own schools and careers. I mean, what are the chances that we all end up doing similar things at the same place? Not that there isn't no chance of that happening between at least two of us, but you've got to admit that it's small. It makes me kind of sad to think about not being able to talk to everyone every day. It is sad, honestly. A lot of people I've known since grade school, I mean, they're just gone now. Now that I think about it, what will happen between Yuri and I? At this point, I'm pretty sure that I want to stay close to her. Even if we end up having different interests, she's someone who I don't want to let go of. Hey, Seaman? Huh? You were spacing out. Sorry about that. What were we talking about? At this point, it's really tough to decide on big things for a future when we have to ask for permission all the time for little things. Like, we're supposed to decide. Alright, and we are back. Like we're supposed to decide on what to do with the rest of our lives, but we can't even go pee without asking a teacher. No, Loki, that's a valid point, though. That is a good point. Well, I'm sure we'll figure something out. We've got time, so let's enjoy it while we can. I suppose you're right. We still have a year left before we really have to worry after all. The lunch bell rings. Alright, I'll see you all in the club. They smile and wave a bit half-heartedly. Looks like that conversation brought everyone down. Oh, that conversation brought me down a little, man. Brought everyone down a little. I cannot believe you can skip this by pressing space, genuinely. Did not know that. The bus rattles as it trundles down the street, the plastic hanging straps swaying gently overhead. It's a nice bus. Ah, public transportation. You're always there for me. Asho's always there for me, man. I can always count on a ride from you, especially when meeting up with a cute, purple-haired girl at the bookstore. Ever since I got closer to Yuri, I've really been speeding through books. Nah, honestly, like, I've been reading more recently these past, like, few weeks. And it's incredible how fast I can read a book. Like, I'm reading a book. Like, it took me a week to finish a book. That took me, like, a month and a half to finish before, man. Like, genuinely. Having someone to read with definitely helps me in making sure I finish the books. But it also hasn't felt like a chore in a while. Suddenly, the bus lets out a high-pitched whine as it eases into a bus stop. Here's where I get off. I'm not too far away from the bookstore now. There it is. And there's Yuri. I wave at her, although she doesn't see me. She's pretty tall, I think she would see her. She's fidgeting with her hair and glancing around, presumably looking for me. After a moment, we make eye contact. She immediately smiles widely and stands up straighter. Hi, Seaman. Hey, Yuri, did I keep you waiting? Oh no, I arrived only a moment ago. Thanks for inviting me out, by the way. No problem, I was gonna buy something here anyway. So, well, let's head in, then, shall we? Let's. It's subtle, but I smell the scent of lavender and a touch of jasmine oil as she brushes past me. Once inside, that scent blends in nicely with the traces of old paper and ink emanating from the store. There's a sense of calm that envelops us the moment we step inside, bolstered by the quiet, lulling sounds of flipping pages. Plastic covers gleam from the bookshelves as we pass by, and with each and every step inside, Yuri seems to walk with a little more energy. I haven't been here for a while now. Really? When was the last time that you were here? I believe it was roughly a month ago on a Sunday. Why haven't you visited more then? You know, I've been busy. I shouldn't be spending so much money on books, too. She sighs quietly and runs her fingers over the spines of a nearby row of books. I've been trying to read books online instead to save money, but being able to physically flip through the pages feels so much better. It's as if I just need something tangible in my hands. Yeah, I think I can understand that feeling. It's definitely easier to get distracted if I'm reading something online. No, I agree, honestly. I like a tangible book rather than just reading through essentially a PDF online. There are a lot of books I haven't seen before in this aisle. One novel with a particularly ornately designed cover catches my eye. The Awakening? This looks like one of those books considered classic literature. Yuri notices me eyeing it. Oh, are you curious about some of the novels here? Ah, no, maybe that one over there. Why, have you read a lot of books in this section? She pulls out the copy of The Awakening out from the shelf. Kate Chopin's The Awakening. I did read this in middle school. To be honest, I don't recall too much about the plot. Hold on, let me refresh my memory with the summary on the back cover. Her eyes quickly flit over the words on the back. Flit? Huh. And a moment later, Yuri looks up with a smile. Ah, yes, it's all coming back to me. That was quite the enjoyable read, from what I remember. So what's it about? Well, it's considered a milestone of early feminist literature due to its social commentary and in-depth look into the main character's psyche. Now this reminds me of a book I read a while back. I can't remember the title of it, though. Whatever. The novel is about a married woman in the 19th century New Orleans who struggles to find a place for herself in the restrictive society she lives in. I wonder if that's... Hang on. Because 19th century New Orleans married woman... This is striking a lot of similarities with the book I read back in high school. But that title doesn't match. I wonder if they, like, made up the title, but, like... I had to read it for a class, I remember. I remember liking the book, too. What was that name? And the wife liked, like, being in control of everything. She didn't like it when men would like, do stuff. And, like her husband was low-key kind of an idiot. What was that book called? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Honestly speaking, I believe I liked the book so much because I could relate to some of the themes. Oh, like what? And it took place in the 19th century New Orleans. It was like the late 1800s in New Orleans. Or I think it was just outside of it. Can't remember the title. That's bothering me. Well, some of the most salient themes are solitude and the impact of social constraints and expectations. It's easy to find yourself falling into a solitary lifestyle without societal support. Okay, it is a different book, never mind. In a way, detaching yourself from society can feel empowering, and that you can take control of yourself away from outside influence. But it can also be quite lonely. I can see how that theme would resonate with Yuri so deeply. She must have been a loner even in middle school. The societal expectations present in that era's version of in the American South all work to repress the main character's true desires and needs. Especially since the main character is a married woman who has to struggle with gender roles too. Yeah, I remember the book I'm thinking of, the main character was a woman, a married woman who really struggled with those gender roles. Man, I haven't read that book. I think I was a senior in high school. It's a different book from what she's talking about, but it's similar. You can relate some of the expectations in the book's society to our society, then. Of course. Modern-day society isn't as oppressive as the Victorian-era society. But still, there will always be social norms that people will be hard-pressed to disobey. And at any rate, Japanese society is rather restrictive in comparison to other countries. Now, I've heard that too, but I don't know enough about it to make a comment on it. You've got that, right? When I was a kid, I really wanted to move to America because of how freeing it seemed. Country of rock and roll, right? Haha, I don't know about that. Japan has some pretty good music from what I've heard. But it's definitely a more individualistic culture. Anyway, The Awakening is a beautifully written book. I recommend it if you wanted a critique of society, although the ending is quite depressing. Oh, was that a spoiler? Haha, nah, you're good. If you're gonna recommend the book this passionately, then I guess I gotta give it a shot. I'd take the copy of the novel from Yuri and turn it over in my hands. I'll be looking forward to hearing what you have to think about what you think about it. We continue strolling around the bookstore some more, this time looking for a book for Yuri. She pauses at a display and flips through a paperback book with a black cover. What's that book? Battle Royale. I assume you've heard of it before. Yeah, actually, I read a bit of it before. I never finished it, though. Speaking of rock and roll in America, the main character in it is pretty obsessed with the U.S. Although I'm guessing you know that already. Well, I'm embarrassed to admit, but I've never gotten to reading it before. There are just too many books I need to read. How about we reread it together, then? I'd like that. She smiles shyly, her eyes twinkling behind her bangs. And with that, we leave for the front counter to purchase our books. The sun's blindingly bright outside, which contrasts against the chilly nature of the air. Would you like to get something to eat? Sure, there's a bakery nearby that's pretty good. They even serve tea. Last time I went there, I had black tea. Oh, that sounds lovely. Feel free to lead the way. Within a few minutes, we're standing in front of the bakery. Through the glass storefront, we can see rows upon rows of pastries and breads. As we enter, a wave of warm air carrying the scent of sweets and teas wash over us. It smells wonderful in here. Heh, if you weren't hungry before, you'd definitely be hungry now. Plus, they even have oolong tea here. Really? I suppose I know what I'll be getting. I think I'll have a cup as well. As we approach the counter to order our drinks, the brownies on display once again catch my eye. You know what? I think I'll have a brownie too. I grab a tray and a pair of tongs and choose my own pastries. Yuri follows behind, hesitantly grabbing a tray of her own. Are you getting anything else to eat? I think I'll have a small slice of vanilla cake. By the time we finish grabbing her food, the line's cleared up. Hi, would that be all for you? Cashier. I'll have some oolong tea as well as this brownie. The cashier quickly rings me up, while the other worker bustles away in the background to prepare the tea. And your order, miss? Man, what are the rare lines from somebody who isn't like... Yeah. Yuri sets her tray down on the counter with a clatter. Her voice is barely audible. Yes, I'll have the oolong tea and a slice of vanilla cake. She must have been scared to say that. Excuse me, could you repeat that? I'll have the oolong... Her voice wavers as red creeps up her face, and she stares reluctantly at the menu, as if willing it to speak for her. Should I do some... Oh, I'm saving the... No! I don't know what to do! I'm not gonna lie, IRL, I would probably... She's clearly flustered, I'm not gonna lie. I think I would order for her. Because she's clearly struggling, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I should order for her. I don't know if she would like that, but it's clear, she's flustered. So, I think I'm gonna order for her. I might as well spare her the trouble and just order for her. After all, I know what she wants anyway. Let's hope she doesn't get mad at us for doing this. She'll have the oolong tea and the slice of vanilla cake. Is that okay with you? Yuri nods her head. Alright, we'll have your teas done in just a minute. Just as the cashier said, it only takes about a minute or so until our teas are ready. Yuri avoids eye contact as we pick up our cups of tea. With our food in hand, we make our way over to some tables to sit down at. As we walk, she keeps her head ducked down, and her eyes steadily trained on the floor. I hope I didn't make the wrong choice. I think I did the right thing here. She was clear that she was struggling. Hey, Yuri? Yes? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that... She starts playing with her hair, stroking it quickly. Don't worry about what happened. If you'd like, when I'm around, I can help you handle all that stuff. That would be nice. She breathes a sigh of relief. Everyone has their own thing that they're good at. You're a lot more book smart than me, and I just happen to be more used to talking to people. We balance out in a way. Yes, I suppose that you're right. Thank you. Don't mention it. Settled down at our table, we finally dig into our respective sweets. The inside of my brownie is moist and thick, the sweetness not too overwhelming. I look around while savoring my bite, chewing at a slow pace. Although the streets are still dotted with people here and there, the foot traffic has started to lighten up. When I look back at Yuri, I catch her looking at me, her eyes filled with curiosity. Once she realizes that she's been caught staring, she sheepishly turns red in an admission of guilt. I'm sorry, Seaman, I didn't mean to. Ah, relax, it's nothing to apologize for. Embarrassed, she glances away from me. Somehow I get the feeling she wants to try something, but is too shy to say it. As I muse over Yuri's thoughts, I pop another piece of brownie into my mouth. How's the cake, Yuri? It's a bit sweet, but very light. I'm assuming you're enjoying your brownie, judging by the smile on your face. She covers her mouth with a hand as she giggles. Okay, you caught me. The brownie's really good. I see. I shiver as I take a sip of my oolong tea. Man, the sweetness of the brownie really makes the tea much more bitter. That much more bitter. Maybe I shouldn't have ordered it. Yeah, oolong tea. It's not something I get a lot. There's a reason I don't get oolong a lot. I prefer black tea, just straight black tea, honestly. Yuri sneaks several more looks as I continue eating. Does she want something? What's up? Nothing. But as she says that, I notice that she's not looking at me exactly. Rather, she's looking at my brownie. Yeah, she wants the brownie. She likes Sayori. Do you want to try some of my brownie? It's okay. Once again, she blushes as she speaks. It's pretty cute how flustered she can get. Come on, I insist. Before she can protest, I steal her fork and spear her a piece of my brownie through it. Here you go. Make sure you eat it while it's still warm. Thank you, Seaman. You really didn't have to. Hey, sharing is caring, right? She giggles a bit as she hesitantly nibbles on the brownie chunk. Man, her eyes are really lighting up. Honestly, I didn't really expect Yuri to have a sweet tooth. Pretty good, huh? It's very sweet, but the inclusion of dark chocolate cuts through the sweetness a bit. Yeah, I agree. Dark chocolate can't be good in that scenario. But plain dark chocolate is just... ugh. We continue enjoying the food and each other's company, slowly passing the day away. After a while, she smiles, tracing the rim of her teacup with her finger. I've really enjoyed our time here today, Seaman. This is a lovely little bakery as well. I'll have to revisit it on my own time. Thank Natsuki and Sayori for introducing me to this place. Oh, you came here together with them? Nah, I just happened to see them eating here a while back. I see. But yeah, we should definitely come back here again sometime. Yes, that'd be nice. With our food finished, we get up and throw away our trash. Hey, you want to catch the bus? I think one should be coming around soon. That sounds like a good idea. We settle down on the bus stop's bench, sitting close together, but not too close. I nervously tap my fingers on my knee. Looks like I've run out of things to say. But surprisingly, Yuri saves the day by speaking up. Today has gone by much faster than I expected. It seems like only an hour ago I left my house for the bookstore. It seems like only an hour ago. She shifts the books in her bag and smiles down at them. I guess it means that was pretty fun then. Hee, I suppose so. Peering down the road for a moment, I spot a glaring set of headlights slowly growing closer. Hey, looks like the bus is here. It stops with a low hiss as I motion for Yuri to get on ahead of me. Fortunately, it doesn't look too crowded. There should be plenty of seats for us to sit together. Kaya! Ooh, she trips. Suddenly, Yuri stumbles on the steps of the landing. Leading into the bus, falling on her hands and knees and causing the books to tumble out of her bag. I fluently reach out to grab her, but I'm not close enough to reach her in time. A few people peep around curiously to look for the source of the commotion. Yuri quickly stands, her face flushed. As she scrambles to shove the books into her bag, I reach down to help her. Here, let me help. Are you okay, Yuri? I'm fine. With the last of the books in her bag, we finally enter the bus. Yuri speeds over to the first seat she sees and sits down, keeping her head down as if avoiding the stares from other passengers. She admittedly continues... she adamantly, oh my gosh, continues to stare out the window as I slide in the seat after her. You sure you're alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Despite her words, I notice a wince breaking through her controlled expression. Yuri, let me see your hands. Why? Come on, just humor me for a moment. She reluctantly turns her hands over. They're red from the impacts, but don't look particularly hurt. Which means... Did you scrape your knees? She's wearing black leggings as usual, so her knees are covered up, but the material isn't very thick. A little bit. Do you want me to take a look at it? No! Her sudden outburst startles me a bit. I'm sorry. I just meant that. It's fine. I'll just check when I get home and bandage it as needed. Bro, I gotta stop doing this at 3 a.m., man. My brain is fried right now. I gotta stop. Bandage it as needed. Alright, if you're sure. So sorry. What for? She bites her lip and twists her bag's handle around in her hands. For making you worry. You've already done so much for me today, and... Well, I just feel guilty. Yuri, you have nothing to feel guilty about. Worrying is what friends do, right? And that goes for everything else that happened today, too. As your friend, I like helping you out when I can. I get it. Thank you, Seaman. Haha, of course. This has been so embarrassing. You've just had an unlucky day, that's all. Try not to worry about it too much. Bro, I gotta stretch more, man. Try not to worry about it too much. Easier said than done. Yuri mutters this last statement to herself, probably intending for me to miss it. Yeah, very self-conscious. The conversation fades out after this, leaving us simply watching the scenery blur outside. The scenery blur by outside. Although we're not talking, it just feels right. Just sitting here together like this. After a while, though, I decide to break the silence. It's nice to physically be with Yuri, but I want to continue getting to know her better, too. By the way, it seems like exams are coming up. It seems like we've been talking about them more and more lately. Haha, sorry. We can talk about something else if you want. Nah. Something natural that'll come up in conversation. After all, we are students. Yeah, I think I've just been thinking about them more often because I think things will go well for me this time. What do you mean by that? Well, I guess you could say that I didn't like to think about them before. They're such a drag, you know? I'd rather just distract myself than study, Seaman. It's fine now, though. I've recently gotten a lot better at concentrating on studying and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that reading more has definitely played a role in that. Yuri tilts her head and smiles. Really? That's wonderful. Yeah, I'm glad you helped me get into reading. So thank you for that. My heart rate bumps up a bit as Yuri smiles widely at me. A second later, she seems to catch herself and puts on a more demure expression. I mean, I'm just glad that you're enjoying literature now. She starts playing with her hair, seemingly distracting herself from her own thoughts and feelings. But I'm surprised that you couldn't concentrate before this. Huh? I meant... Never mind. What is it? Well, you see I'm able to concentrate on video games and manga just fine. Sorry for being so blunt. Loki, she's got a point, though. You're fine. I have to admit that it's true. That's true. But it doesn't count. Concentrating on hobbies is totally different from doing something you dislike. Well, that is true. Speaking of video games and manga, I should probably spend some more time studying. Haha. Of course, we'll still hang out in the literature club, but Yuri suddenly sits up, her posture much stiffer than it had been just a second ago. So sorry, but did I do something wrong? What? I don't really... I'm sorry, Seaman. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Oh, I just did it again. Sorry. You're totally fine. You didn't do anything wrong either, so don't apologize for anything. I'm not sure why you think you did, though. Hey, but you just said you don't want to spend any time together outside the club anymore. I sigh quietly. I just meant we should probably start studying more since exams are coming up. I still definitely want to hang out at school, and after exams are over, I want to do a lot more stuff with you. But I just might not be able to hang out as often until then. So you see, everything's alright. Well, except for the part about taking exams. I see. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. I didn't see that S at the end. Please don't apologize. It's alright. What matters is that we're all good now, right? I suppose so. I suppose so. I'm just not used to people being so nice to me. Or to people actually wanting to be around me. That was so embarrassing to say. She looks out the window at the darkening sky, although I can still see her crimson cheeks reflected in the glass. Yuri? I'm not quite sure what to say, but I definitely know that I feel a crushing wave of sympathy for her. I don't know everything about what you've been through, but I do know that I want to be there for you. So you better get used to people being nice to you. The violet-haired girl turns towards me a bit, allowing a small smile to peek out at me. Thank you. As we approach Yuri's stop, we sit in silence again for a bit. Seaman? Are you okay? She looks up at me with deep sadness in her soft eyes. Can you promise me something? Of course, what is it? No matter what happens, will you keep being my friend? Without a doubt, Yuri, there's no question about it. A smile breaks through her somber expression, and her eyes glisten under the bus's fluorescent lights. Oh, okay. Also, about the topic we were discussing earlier. Well, why don't we study together? It's actually a really good idea. You can come over to my house after school and we can study together. Well, I don't know how much I can help you, but I'd certainly benefit from your help. Yuri nods and opens her mouth to speak, but pauses when she realizes that the bus is at her stop. Looks like I'm getting off here then. I'll message you about the details later. I get up to let her through. Once in the aisle, she steps towards the exit, but then stops to turn back to me. Goodbye, Seaman. I hope you have a pleasant evening. See you at school. She smiles and disappears into the darkness outside. Boom, boom. Well, I think that's a good place to stop for now. Yeah, 3:27 in the morning. I think that's chill. How long have I been streaming? It's like an hour and change. Yeah, about an hour. A little over an hour. Alright. Yeah, guys aren't going to bed earlier, man. Can't keep doing 5 a.m. bedtimes. Alright, it's been chill. Have a good night. See you around.